Hey guys, Patrick Gray here, the MLM Marketing Pro. It's a plum pleasing pleasure and a privilege to be with you today. Hey guys, make sure when you come in that you like, comment, share. If you are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and comment. Quick question for you. Are you in the market for a house right now? I'm going to tell you, I got some information for you that I would not buy a house until you hear this information. With that being said, for you guys who are new to my channel or new to my Facebook, my name is Patrick Gray. I've been a network marketer for well over 20 some odd years. Had some challenges, had some successes. I am currently doing network marketing full time and have a goal to reach six figures this year. But let's talk about and right now we're on day 27 with my accountability partners, all you guys that are with me. But with that being said, let's talk about the subject that I have. Basically, I said, don't buy your next home until you watch this video. And some of you are probably saying, well, why not? Guys, that is a great question. Now, for you guys who don't know, I was a loan officer before the last crash, the last mortgage crash or housing crash or recession or whatever you want to call it. I was a loan officer from like 98, 99 till about 2007. So I did a lot of mortgages, Wisconsin, Illinois area. Saw some very good times and times where houses, the prices were shooting up like crazy, where they were inflated, kind of like now. And understanding right now in this situation now with the pandemic, I know that some states have opened, but there's states that are closing back down, like Texas, because things are moving along, open up a little bit too quickly. But with that being said, let me just talk about this. I've got some friends who are in real estate. My good friend Angie Brown. Hey there. I got a buddy out in Utah, Nate Frome, and I kind of keep my finger on the pulse of things because I am an investor and I do kind of after experiencing that last crash, I lost everything. It just is what it is. So during that time, I saw some signs that led up to that last crash. So I keep my finger on the pulse to see what's going on. And with that being said, I was talking to, it's probably been well over a year. I was talking to my buddy out in Utah, Nate Frome, and he was telling me what was going on. He said that they were there was a buyer's market and they were buying properties where maybe I'm just giving you some numbers. Property may have been on the market for 300, but there's like 10, 15 buyers coming in on the very first day bidding 310, 315. I'm like, and those offers are getting accepted. I'm like, well, okay, well, definitely those offers, if they're getting accepted, are not comping out. And when I say comp, they do comparables to get a price. It's what a realtor does. And I'm going to have Angie Brown on Monday. She'll be able to explain this a lot better detail than me. And what I was seeing was the same patterns I saw in the previous crash. And I said, hey, it's going to rain. I'm like Noah, it's going to rain. So with that being said, when this virus hit and the economy came to a screeching halt, I was like, ooh, I wouldn't say it was all the coronavirus, call me a conspiracy theorist, call me whatever. But I saw that it was leading up to this crash in our economy anyway. That's just what I saw. I'm not an economist, just play one on TV, but I just look at patterns. And if you look back in the patterns of how recessions and depressions or whatever you want to call them, how they go, it's been a long time since we had our last one, and our economy has been artificially propped up. So with that being said, again, I won't go too much into that. When I looked at tonight, and I'm just curious. I'm like, I've got some friends who have been purchasing some property, and maybe I sound like a hater. I'm like, I wouldn't do that if I were you, because I made that mistake in the past because of where we're at. And here's what's going on right now. Inventory is down. I looked up some stats. There's the last stat I saw is about 4.1 months worth of inventory, meaning existing properties on the market. And it's usually about 6 to 7 months. So what does that? We live in an economy of supply and demand. Less supply, more demand, right? So that means that those properties that are on the market are at a premium. It's still a seller's market. So I'm like, that's interesting. And then also rates are extremely low. So you're getting these ridiculous low rates. But this is what I see. And again, take it for a grain of salt. We've got about 30 million people who've lost their jobs. And don't get me wrong, I got to commend the government. They're doing a pretty decent job. At least they're doing something. I mean, they're doing something to get to get the economy a shot in the arm and get some money in people's hands. And I know there's even a moratorium or something on rent and mortgages, and I don't know about that, but where they're holding things off to a certain period. But here is what I know: 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 78% paycheck to paycheck. 70% pay too much for mortgages. 80% have bad credit, and 90% are buried in debt. So what I'm seeing, because 30 million have lost jobs, we're just prolonging the inevitable, which means that there are going to be a lot of people who are going into foreclosure. I'm not, don't, you can call me, no, you don't have to call me Nostradamus. I'm just looking at the facts. So what that's going to mean is that the house you're buying today at the top of the market, you're paying a premium for something in 2-3 years is going to be upside down. I mean, don't believe me. Do your own research. So in saying that, if it were me, I wouldn't buy a house right now. I really honestly wouldn't. I don't care if it's your dream house, because people buy on emotion and justify later. And I've told you guys my experience. The same houses from 99 to 98, 99 to about 2007, when I became a realtor at the end of 2011, those same houses in the market I was in, the lunchboxers area, that were going for 120, 130,000. People were paying cash for those because they were foreclosed, paying $20,000 to $40,000. Those are the kind of drops we were seeing. And there was one particular house that I really wanted to buy. It was a beautiful house, almost 3,000 square feet in Wisconsin. It's got a basement, no, 3,600 square feet. So huge. It was mid 200s, which I think it was probably about 400 or something at the height of things. So those are the kind of things I've seen from experience. But I think I told this to a group of realtors, and they all were saying, no, housing is great. Hey, Dion, how you doing? And which right now it's because it is a seller's market. But if I were purchasing a home, I would definitely wait. I would do some strategic things. I'd make sure that I got my credit score as high as I possibly can, because the rates will probably go up. That additional money that I would be paying for a house, I would be putting that in some form of investment that I can get to quickly when it's time to buy a house, so that I have more cash when I purchase, because you will be able to get more house. The interest rates might be up, but you'll be able to get more house when the proverbial crap hits the fan. And if you did buy a house, I'm not bashing anyone, but I would do the best I can to get rid of that debt as quickly as possible. And if you are in that situation, and I've got some tools for you that will help you, instead of paying 30 years on that mortgage, get rid of it in 7 to 10 years. If that's something that you're open to, comment, inbox me, and I'll definitely get that to you. But that's just my thoughts on purchasing a house right now. I hope that helps someone, because again, people buy on emotion and they justify later. I just don't want people to be like me. Good God, I was upside down on everything I had, and I was treading water, and that's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling at all, especially when you're just give you an example. You purchased your house for 200, and now it's worth 150 or 125, and you need to refinance, because guess what? You just lost. You're about to lose your job, or your husband or wife lost a job. You only got one income now, but you have no equity. So with that being said, guys, I hope that helps someone who is thinking about purchasing, and maybe you get out of your emotions and you're thinking more logically, because I understand houses are the American dream. It's the biggest investment we'll buy. But I promise you this right now, there are investors out there that they're getting those deals, but they're saving up they're saving up their cash like squirrels saving up for the winter, and they're salivating right now, because they know in a couple years, when everything kind of catches up to itself, there's going to be a whole lot of properties that are in foreclosure, and they're going to be some deals that are crazy. Not saying that they're not any right now, but you listen to what I'm saying. Because of what's going on right now, there's going to be an influx. So with that being said, guys, this is Patrick Gray, the MLM Marketing Pro. If you got value, make sure you like, comment, or share. And again, if you want that information that I have that will show you if you have purchased a home or if you're planning anyway, how you can cut that 30-year mortgage down to 7 to 10 years and eliminate your debt, make sure you just comment or you inbox me. I'll get that to you. I do what I can to help. With that being said, it's Patrick Gray, the MLM Marketing Pro. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure and a privilege. Have a great night, and thank you all for joining me. See you later. Bye-bye.